Hi, this is Kevin, the co-founder of WordBot, and also the blog, blog.wordbot.io. Created a blog article talking about OpenAI Codex and some of its capabilities and kind of just the future of programming. And, this is coming from like, wouldn't say, a more of a non-programmer dealt with code in kind of different aspects of like working alongside other team members. My background more in the networking space, but just kind of curious with the OpenAI Codex and the new integrations that certain applications that have been doing out there, and such as GitHub Copilot and things of that nature. So wanted to just go through and talk a little bit about Codex's JavaScript Sandbox and what OpenAI is doing is they're trying to deliver a way for people to kind of use natural language and whether it's just text and either do code completion or code generation based off certain things, and there's kind of some cool things that they got going on. So they have this sandbox here, and what this does is it's a JavaScript sandbox. So like I said, it gives you the ability to provide instructions down at the bottom, just typing them out, and it will output to you what you kind of want the results to be in JavaScript. Now, this isn't the only language that Codex can, code in. It can do Python, believe a whole others, Go, SQL statements, a bunch of other things that you can find on their website. So, but if you click in the right hand corner here, there's a kind of like a welcome documentation that they give you, and just kind of some things to kind of give you an idea on how this kind of works. So, here's a thing where it says display this image of a cat. So you can go ahead and paste that in there and just hit go. And if you can see off to the right here, let me close this. We get the JavaScript and then a picture of a cat. So it's pulling that from the source online and then putting that into the body. So we're just as clear of that, and let's find something else here. So another example we have on the blog is also this make a website for a cat. So say hey, let's make a website for a cat that's an attorney. Let's put a robot. Write a bio and a phone number, create a small round avatar, and center everything. So as you can see, it's kind of went off into its own little thing there. So this is one of the things where like I'm going to clear it. So what they probably did, and my guess is this has been kind of like predetermined to kind of output what it should, since this is learned based off of information that they pull from different repositories such as like Stack Overflow and um, other various repositories like GitHub, things like that. So as you can see here, it says, Mr. Whiskers, I am a lawyer. I like to eat tuna and play with my toys. I like to sleep on your keyboard. 555 555. And then so I tried that before, and it actually outputted a different number. So my guess is it thinking it's a robot, it just kept going and going and going and going. But as you can see here, I mean, it really kind of outputted us everything we needed to just give us a basic little kind of output. So I could actually come in here and say, hey, there's an edit option. I can go Mrs. Whiskers. Then it changes to Mrs. Whiskers. So, you know, if this say was PHP or any other type of coding language, you can essentially tell it what you want, get the output, and kind of not have to think about maybe the design aspect of certain things. Like, so I'm going to try something here as far as I'm going to try to see if I could build maybe the Google homepage. And I mean, it may not come out great, but I'm just going to try to think it through and see if I can get it to output what I need. So let's say build me a one page site that says Google in big letters, or let's just say 30-point font with the word Google in the color blue. Put two buttons underneath the word Google with one button saying search and the other button saying I'm feeling lucky. I'm going to put quotes around that so that they know that that all goes together. And I'm going to do that for the search as well, just to kind of keep it the same. But let's just see what that does. It may work, may not, but let's just see if we can even just get it saying Google. Okay, so we got Google, we got a button, they look clickable. Let's put a input box under. So put a, what you could say, input box underneath the word Google and center everything on the page. Okay, so what we probably got here is it's centered this, but not that. But that's fine. So we got a Google, we made it blue. You got our buttons. Let's go here. Let's try to edit. I wonder if we could edit this. Take everything in this. And let's move it up here. I wonder how that'll work. Not a programmer, so this might not even work. Let's try that. Okay, so it's still just centered that, but yeah. So you got everything in there, but you know what? This isn't. I don't want to try to make this a whole try to build Google.com thing. But as you can see, you kind of get an idea of maybe the power of what something like this can do for programmers, and from a programming background or a non-programming background, I easily was able to build, you know, essentially some buttons that could do something possibly, and then a word, change the color, and an input box. But could you imagine for a programmer, maybe it speeds up them building a user interface and worrying about the back end. Now they just increase their, coding time or decrease their coding time, by 50%. Who knows? It's still young. I don't think something like this will replace programmers. I think that it will increase their work output and make businesses more money, save time, and get products out faster. Check out our blog, blog.wordbot.io, and then also our AI engine, which is powered by OpenAI at wordbot.io.